Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this Monday morning, and a good Monday morning to all of you viewers, and hope you're getting ready for a big week at work and at play or whatever you're going to do. But Monday's always special because it's kicking off another week, and we're just lucky to be here because a lot of folks don't have the privilege of being here this morning. So let's take advantage of it and do a lot of good things. Today's weather brought to us by Panhandle Technical Center. They had their big golf tournament. It went real well. And also want to make sure that run by there and check out all the programs they have. High today 87, low 67. I got that 20-degree span right there. Water temperature hanging in there at 76 degrees. Take a look at our river. Well, let's do it on Monday. We like to do the moon chart on Monday. It's brought to us by Sandhill Seafood. We're in a waning moon. We had that full moon last Wednesday, so we're waning. Got a new moon coming up next week, so it's looking good there. Really good fishing. Got some good reports, and we'll have some good pictures tomorrow on some weekend catches and all. Also, the tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Great tide today. In fact, one of the best tides all month long is today. If you're looking at it, we have a high tide right here in the middle of the day, 11:47, and a low tide 11:04 tonight. We've got a 2-foot tide, nice strong tide. Look at the rest of this week, good tides. Got a little bit of them deep next week, then the rest of the month is just good strong tides. May has held some really good tides for us. Okay, now looking at the marine forecast, south-southeast at 11. Not 10, not 12, but they're calling for 11, so be aware of that. South-southeast at 11. Take our break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Glad you're with us on this Monday morning. Don't forget, this morning at 10 o'clock now, the gator hunt permits. And I believe that's 10 o'clock Tallahassee time, so that's 9 o'clock Central time. So the process of applying for a gator hunt application starts at that time. So go to my FWC, type it in, and go to that process there. Now, I also want to mention the pictures. I've been talking about this last week, but it's this Thursday night. At the City Church, which is the former Northside Baptist. But I don't want you, Brody Kroll, I haven't mentioned much about him. I just want you, I remember when he played at Alabama, I remember talking about, they showed his parents in the stand, and he played the NFL and all for the Kansas City Chiefs, but the center part is what's Brody, right there in the center. Brody is the executive director of Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for abused, neglected, orphaned, and abandoned children. Brody, his family and staff at Big Oak are grounded in one purpose: to relieve the suffering of children. So he's going to be our guest speaker, and it's going to, they really do an amazing job. People like that, that's a niche where not a lot of people fill in that niche right there. So the Kroll family, and they didn't just start this yesterday. They were doing that as he was growing up. His parents were doing that. He just helping out and taking over now. So it'd be interesting really to hear him talk. Okay, some fishing pictures. Randy Beavers and Tracy Sanders. Look at this now. Look, I'm going to read this to you. It was an awesome fly fishing trip. My buddy Tracy Sanders on the lake. After catching a big mess, we got to the last spot by this big old cypress tree when Tracy hooked onto a huge Smack Daddy shell cracker. And as he finally got him to the boat, a giant 14-foot bull gator came out of nowhere and swiped the prize fish and almost snatched the rod out of his hands. But it held on for a while. I grabbed the boat paddle and knocked him over the head, and luckily he turned it loose. All right, you never know what's going to happen, but they did save the fish when you're out fishing. There's some big gators up there. All right, here's Corey Madison Hastine. Corey, most of y'all knew his granddad. He said he caught 13 reds and lost a big trout. Nice fish there, Corey. This is interesting. Snake bites in Georgia. I know this is not Georgia, but some of y'all go up there. But this is fascinating. They're up 40 to 50% this year. And this was a newspaper report, and they're talking about, this is a copperhead right here, okay? And right here, officials at the Georgia Poison Control Center in Atlanta told this Channel 2 up in Atlanta, they got about 40% more snakebite calls this year than in 2016. And they're blaming, it's interesting, they're blaming it on a real mild winter. And we had the same thing here. And remember I told you not too long ago, you saw the video last week of Barry Payton, that cottonmouth with that big old snake in it. So the snake really got out early this year, and they're really moving around. A good friend down at Seaquarters Marina in Carabel, Kim Rogers, here she is, Eddie's Fish Camp, okay, for the Kingfish Tournament, the first weekend in August. Come help us support leukemia research at Seaquarters Marina in Carabel. Check out this, folks, that is a big king mackerel, but almost as important as the size of that king mackerel. Look at that background. Is that not beautiful down there? You just don't get a lot of that anymore. Do you see any condos or townhouses? Nope, that's all natural. And here they are here. That's Captain Craig and with his buddy Ed. Craig and Ed. And they caught some nice grouper. That's some good eating right there. Now listen, that's a 47-pound king. That 47-pound king would probably win. They should have saved it for the first weekend of August, because that would win the king mackerel tournament down there. Anytime you get up in the high 40s, you're in the top 3. So be aware of that. That's really fascinating, because that tournament, I'm going to tell you now, this year we should be able to witness a very remarkable situation down in Carabel at Seaquarters Marina, because this year when they hand the check, when the Leukemia Research Foundation folks come down from Chicago, and they always give them a check on Sunday afternoon, hand them a check. This year's check, this is all donation now from all the things that they've done in that area, and we as fishermen and outdoorsmen have done. This check will surpass $1 million. They're like at $980,000 now. Total giving of that fishing tournament to the Leukemia Research Foundation. I'm so proud of the folks down there. I'm proud to be part of it. And I ask you, if you want to be at a special moment, come down and fish that thing. It's all good stuff, okay? All right. My parents spanked me as a child. As a result, I now suffer from a psychological condition known as respect for others. I just thought that was funny, especially for Monday morning. Okay. Also now, this Saturday, Michael Harris brings some folks together. Seasons of Hope trash pickup. I want to show you where it's going to be. At 7 a.m., the meeting at Highway 12 and Forest Road 108 in Apalachicola National Forest, and they're just going to, help clean up the woods. And that's a great responsibility for all of us. Also, great responsibility on teaching young people. We're talking about taking young people outdoors and catching fish and hunting. We also need to take them outdoors to clean it up, because it's their future, and it's important that they learn that we keep the outdoors clean and respected and all. All right, so we got that. Also, May 21st on Sunday of this week, from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock at the Captain Anderson Marina, they're having like the 7th annual lionfish tamer get together. Have some folks out there. They're going to have some weigh-ins and all kind of arts and crafts. So that's to be in the parking lot there at Captain Anderson's, and I may get out there. My schedule really gets booked up, though, so we'll check it out and see. So let's take our break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's cover this. I was at the seminar last Tuesday night, and always so many people come up and ask me, how's little Whitney doing? What's going on with her? And because, in case you just moved in, Whitney is my first grandchild, and so we sort of got doing some things together. Of course, all of them were special, but Whitney loved doing stuff with us, and so she and her dad, she was such a natural with it. She and her dad started doing a little program called Cast and Call. I had no idea how many people watched that show until they moved away and started doing it. But they did it for a long time. But Whitney was just a natural, and she so many times. In fact, somebody told me the other day that their favorite show, all the show, was watching her take apart those owl pellets. So we certainly miss them a whole bunch since they moved away. They live about 45 miles west of Nashville. They got a nice 300-acre place up there, goats and horses and all that kind of stuff. But we sure miss them a lot, so try to stay in contact with them. But on Friday, Whitney is a special day for them. This was Thursday, so I'm going to show you the family here. Wendy sent this. I'm just going to read it. I don't show the family very often on here. This is my daughter. Today's a big day for the Woodrick family. Walter and I have been married for 21 years today, but most importantly, we're headed to Vanderbilt because Whitney gets a pump today. Thank you, Lord, for all your blessings, a happy marriage, and a wonderful family. And here it is, folks. Here's little Miss Whitney. And right after that, a couple of hours, I'm officially a member of the insulin pump family at the Vandy Clinic. God is so good. I'm so overwhelmed and humble. When they moved up there, they found out that she had type 1 diabetes, and if you know much about it, I didn't realize how serious it was, and that type 1 is a really bad one. It's not hereditary. I mean, it's not your lifestyle. It's some kind of hereditary trait somewhere along the line, but no one in any of our families had it. So anyway, she had it, so she had to give herself a shot 4 or 5 times. I know some of you viewers have told me you've had it, or you have it, and it's just, you know, going to be with you for the rest of your life. But medical science has made such a breakthrough in taking care of it. So you can still do some outdoor stuff. Whitney still love to do outdoor stuff, but it's going to be a lot easier now because the pump automatically feeds the insulin in, and you just change it out every couple of days instead of giving 4 or 5 shots in different parts today, in different parts of your body each day. So we're blessed with that and all, but I wanted to, so many of y'all ask about Whitney, that's why I brought it up. I was thinking, so what I did, I was trying to think of the very first thing Whitney did on the show, and I remember what it was, but it was a long time ago. I just started doing the show, and she was about that high. But we had a little cast net made, a little small cast net, and it was like 30 seconds. She came out and threw the cast net, and the first time she threw it, it made it perfect. But I could not find that video last night. But I did find one pretty close to it because we ended up going over to off the Choctaw River to Black Creek, and she's little. We just go freshwater brim fishing, and we don't get a lot. The battery goes dead on us, but we had a really good time. So this is at the landing over there, Central Landing, and it's really, the water's a little muddy and all, but it's just fun. You know, it's going to be amazing how little she is, and I know all of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. We have children and grandchildren. You look back on a couple of old pictures, old videos, and say, oh my goodness, were they that little? So thank you all for the interest in Whitney, and thank you for the prayers. I know y'all keep her in the prayers and all, and as all the folks with type 1 diabetes and all. So, and with leukemia and cancer and all that. We're fortunate in this country. We have a medical system that really helps a lot of folks in these things. Okay, so we're gonna roll to the videos. In 2008, so we're on my daddy's old boat, and we're over there on the Choctaw River system. So Jeff, let's roll this.
Hi, I'm Whitney. Today I'm going fishing with my grandfather. We're going to try to look for some crocodiles, some alligators, and I hope we catch a lot of fish.
Hi folks, it's Saturday morning now. We're leaving Semper's Fish Camp. I got my fishing partner, Whitney. What kind of fishing we're gonna do, babe?
We're gonna catch some brim and some...
Okay, so we're gonna give it a try. So we get started. Okay, so the first trout line will come through. We see something on it. What is that? A turtle.
It's a turtle.
Yeah, he hooked on the line. See him hook? They'll let him go when they catch a trout line. Actually, he's not on a trout line. He's just on a hook right there.
Is that alligator bedding over there? All right, the cork went under. Look, one of the first things we pick up right here in this little slough. Right? Can you get him on top? Oh!
Yay!
All right, he got off. We got the car. Good job. Yeah, one thing after another. Fishing has been a little slow, so we're taking a break. Taking a break to me is having boiled peanuts. I love them. Whitney, what's been your favorite part?
Probably eating boiled peanuts.
So far, that's your favorite part?
Probably. Mm-hmm.
You having a good time? Is it pretty out here?
Oh, yes.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Get them on up. Bring one up here. Over there. You want to turn around and show you, Brim? Turn around and show me. That's a big brim. Big brim for a little girl. I don't know whatever cold mode.
Don't squirt! Not get in there. You're gonna have to. Now, you need to stop it. There.
We got drowned the rest of these crickets.
Drown?
That's why some fishermen call them what they're doing. They said, I'm not fishing, I'm just drowning my crickets. This is what you do when you're bored. What are you doing, Whitney?
I'm playing with worms on my leg.
They don't scare you?
Nope, they're fun. If you need another cricket, come to Whitney's Worm Shop.
Whitney's Worm Shop?
It rhymes.
Whitney's Worm Shop, huh? I like that. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll be keeping up with Whitney. Hope she'll get back into do a little bit of TV stuff. But she's homeschooled now. She actually been homeschooled this year, and she got her first job. She's working at a Loveless Cafe. If you know anything about it, in the Nashville country music area and all, that's a cafe on the west side of Nashville on their side, and she's a hostess there. So she's happy and all. And the only sad thing about it, that just takes away the outdoor time and family time. But we've been blessed. What's got her through this, folks, has been her strong faith, and it's been passed down through her family. A lot of prayers gone for her, so we're proud of all of our family, as I know you are too. Let's add a name. Rachel Calhoun, we're going to add your name on in our pickle jar for this week. And we've got tomorrow now, we've got a guy coming on the show. We're going to really have a special show. He's going to make an announcement. He's sponsoring something really big for our viewers, and you're going to be excited about it. So we won't let the cat out of the bag, but it's going to be really exciting, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Also, let's do our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers, 4:08 to 6:08 this morning, and this afternoon, 4:32 to 6:32. That's our times. Now, on that video, I got tickled. We caught some fish later, but the battery went dead. There's been like a couple of occasions in the years I've done it, over 3,000 shows, where the battery just flat out went dead. And probably the biggest fish I ever caught, the battery went dead on. We were down at Boca Grande when I caught that real big tarpon, but we did have pictures of it. So that just happens sometimes. The technology, the battery's stronger now and all, so it doesn't happen quite as much. And we don't shoot near as long as videos as we used to, because Gail's editing takes a lot of time. Now let's talk real quick about trot lining and set hooks. You know, it's fun. I got tickled coming this morning. I was thinking last week we talked a lot about the red snapper, and now we're going to talk about catching catfish. And we're all here in the Panhandle. We can do all of that. And one of the things a lot of folks do is in our roots are actually trying to catch catfish. And what you call set hooks or bush hooks, that's those single hooks you tie, just tie to bushes at night, and just a single hook. But a trot line is a series. It's a long line, and then it has individual hooks on it. You've seen us do it. And a lot of times I try to explain this because a lot of people don't know what we're talking about. And I assume a lot of times people, especially people moving in, because it's more of a regional southern thing as far as setting trot lines in the summertime and all for big lakes. I know they do it up in Kentucky, out in Louisiana, Mississippi, they do a lot, and all the river systems. So I started digging around last night. I save about everything I can, and I'll go back to some. I'm going to show you some of the early trot lines we've used, and the weights on them. That's actually nuts, okay, and bolts and all. This is a real old one. And now we did a lot growing up in the Ocklawackney River system, really where the Teloja Creek would come in Ocklawackney up off sandbars and all. This is one of our old ones here, and it's old. You see the old line and everything. And I just saved these. I will never use these again. One thing, because the line, no telling if you catch a big one, the line's going to break. But and then one more. This is my favorite one. You see the hooks and all rusty and all on it. But this was a good setup because we were able to put the hooks in the side right here. My dad would do it, my granddad, and we just did it for years growing up. And we don't do it all the time. We do it like on a Friday night usually. And now, but you ain't got to have all these old ones. You can actually go to a sporting goods store, C&G or Blue Water. You can actually buy a whole package. These are 4/0 hooks. The whole thing, the whole setup is here. We just have to make all these, but the whole setup is here. So you can buy it. Tells you how to do it and all. Trot lines, you can get them. But this is the time of year. That's why I'm bringing it up. This is the time of year to do it. And basically, what kind of bait? Of course, The best bait you want to use is going to be the actual crawfish. If you can catch crawfish, put a natural bait. Any kind of natural bait in the river system is good. We used to use a lot of catawba worms, C-A-T-A-L-P-A, from the catawba tree. They're good. But you don't get a lot of what happens is they'll stay on, but the meat will come off. The skin stays on, the meat comes off when it's chewed a little bit. And also chicken livers. Used to use a lot of chicken livers in that little mesh bag that I showed about a month ago. We had our guest on. That mesh bag and a chicken liver should really be a good combination. And also, folks, we used to use ivory soap and different things. I never was a fan of ivory soap. It just didn't feel like outdoor stuff. So, you know, where do you put it? You want to set them out. Here's a basic technique. Ideal trip. You go out, get off work on Friday, get on down to the creek or the river, set it up Friday afternoon, have it baited up, and then go back to your campsite on the sandbar or back to the landing, wherever you stay. Check it again. Check it around midnight, then check it in the middle of the morning at 2 o'clock, and then check it at daybreak. Now, over the years, we started skipping at 2 o'clock when we were younger. We would do all those checks and all, and rebait them and everything. It's fun, exciting, being out there at night with a spotlight and all that. You saw the video not too long ago with Bill and Bill doing it with me, and we just had a great time. But it's a good time of year to do it, but you want to put it up in the sloughs. You don't want to put it way out in the middle of the river. Where the sloughs or the creek or tributaries are coming out, and the catfish are there where the water has been coming by and they're just washing the food down. They'll be right there sort of ambushing. It's a lot of fun. You can put out 5 or 6 hooks. You can put out 25 hooks, and you got to just keep them baited. But trot lining is a lot of fun to do. But basically now we just put them out and check them one time at night and then check them again the next morning. So that you can get plenty doing it that way. And sometimes we strike out, but a lot of times, most times you're gonna catch some really good catfish, and that's some of the best eating you can have is some of that freshwater catfish, channel cat and blue cat. And every now and then, also take some knife with you, because every now and then you're gonna get a gator or something. You want to just cut that line off, and a big old snake or something on there. So go cut that line off with a knife. Run out of time. Thank you all for watching. You have a great day today. Get ready for the rest of this week with a good week. Enjoy the great outdoors. Do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.